Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Yes, we are professor, doctor.
Yes, sir.
And where are they?
Kwame, me that's it. Na bidin jage say koma wati fo nyina.
Yeah, Joso.
Na Eddie Kain, I want to commend you for the very good job you have been doing since times of old.
Yeah, that's it.
Na sometimes me say I wonder where you get your energy from. But I believe that for you,
Dr. Ben said this way.
The overarching interest, God and country.
In service to God and country.
Every year, dimension.
Yeah, dimension. Okay.
Na me go school at Prempeh College.
Hey, Prempeh for Kabila Hankamawu.
And we go Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.
Okay.
Medicine hall. We were in medical school 2002.
Okay.
2nd of August.
22 years ago.
And now, me house job be a Juma Kakra or Komfo Anokye teaching hospital. Me free honor, me call my masters for UK University of Westminster.
Okay.
And me back, I was employed as a lecturer at medical school. And me nya scholarship called Germany call a PhD in immunology and biotechnology. And me a doctor because me a medical school. And at the second doctorate near the PhD in immunology and biotechnology. Okay,
so that's the second doctor.
Right. Now, my child was university for 15 years. In fact, 14th February last year was exactly 15 years. Misha said HRD Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.
Oh, I see.
And I have risen through the ranks from lecturer to senior lecturer to associate professor. And I'm an associate professor of hematology and immunology. And professor no, by dint of the length of time,
academic work,
research, our service you have provided. Now, Dr. Nimiano, and Chasena, Kwame with the mouth.
I see. Dr. Ben, where do you dim teacher for?
Tell me, meet you, Agasa.
Mpacho meet you.
Now, me pay small clarity. On say, professor, and the more in a particular field.
Okay.
He said, course now a year in PhD no. Say no na ochre na omo year in mu professor there. And you better drop first doctor.
Or better put second doctor.
Second doctor because medicine in the end but near year mu PhD no. Say no na ochre there na no year mu researcher na promote ko associate. Na no be higher than doctor no. Okay. Unless it's in a different field.
There's a certain nomenclature so far as who uses our titles near concerned. It depends on where you were trained and what nomenclature you want to adopt.
Okay.
And if you are trained in Germany like I was, then it doesn't matter whether or not you have become a professor. Doctorates too now, you maintain them.
Okay.
If you are trained in the UK, it's a different ballgame altogether. If you are trained in the UK, US, and also see a similar. But for those trained in Germany, who decides on adopting Germany nomenclature, that is how it goes. You don't drop one doctorate because you have been made a professor in that area. In fact, and my good brother will also know, say surgeons who are trained in UK,
from Mr.
But a trainee US, your friend Mr. It depends on baby cry. When you are training every year and what nomenclature you decide to obey.
Germany kahunti say a certain work ethic na eso sumai style bi kakra.
I mean,
yes, you feature kakra prim and proper bisa no.
I think that I'm one of the most flexible people anybody can come across.
Mpachi mi so kwaje yente brofo bebre o katwi abede.
God with us. We go be homoding.
Yero ho.
Kwame me yiri say me nya feature sa. Na me penokre. Ena me gidi enso se de adwuma ma wa ne se emra eda ho a ya na hu hia se sa amra na eda ho no de be ye adwuma pepe se de sitie. I'm sure say it has to do with some of the things me as chief executive.
Na me ba na nti na me de fa ho no.
Yes no. Kwame won say the position be say ede ma wa. A huge responsibility.
So chief executive Komfo Anokye
teaching hospital.
Hospital
in the country. Now, Kwame, you referrals from 12 out of the 16 regions in Ghana.
Wow.
Now, on the average, every day, I have between 900 to 1,000 patients. And inti say Obiba Hospital, ho. Next, I was baby near Prananya is the chief executive officer. A banner nurse be a route to him or her, a chief executive officer. Obana Doctor B and Komobi also need the Ankoya is the chief executive officer. And there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. And one of the ways to make Wajumano very easy for you, say if there are disciplinary codes, you do be Juma. And Mra actually shed your my honor, emphasize on Juma. But I grew up in an area where not bra for now what area holding no. So tinifie, the responsibility so we are there obetian. Unfortunately, we have lost that now. Where one you careful no be bana kwa kotiana e say obano no. Sebi previous and say if you are not blessed with the fruit of the womb, now ko kan ho asema aha na ya kwakọ say ubi. Na ubia na watiane sa. But I grew up in a very different environment where na obia yo obiba obia yo obi a responsibility.
Yeah.
And I grew up in the church as well. I'm a church boy.
Okay.
Trinity Baptist Church of God.
Thank you.
Maybe I made CC. And the training in Germany was the icing on the cake. And he said the work ethic of the average German is phenomenal. And he said, "Are there any time we? I was here in this time we are. Yeah, na from man na home sir."
Wa confirm you. German wa confirm ni akan.
Wa confirm says. Now you see from Mozart.
It's me I.
Ada now born you man now tune you man now say enu free.
I don't say so called secondary school those times you know. Na ubia fa nickname bi na what to do. Na for me na me wo discs Mozart and Beethoven more classical music. And na me papa and me share obi ever din to no so obi ever din to no so obi ever din na me so me fa Mozart me at the tone is no so now no credit say my vice chancellor Professor Richard Dixon friend me Mozart, my board chair friend me Mozart, my students friend me Mozart, everybody calls me Mozart.
Oh, and it just the doctor professor and crab between China. Yes, you are from Mozart ni bina. The only friend Professor Doctor, it boxes you into a corner.
But friend me Mozart.
Yes, so we easy going.
Exactly.
Dr. Kingsley Nyako Kwadaso MP or say he's very proud of you in Yawa no bo abaso. Say he wishes you all the best. Engineer from Dr. Kingsley Nyako. And Kennedy can come or say ho. His feature is from Prempeh College. We were trained with character and integrity. Inti Enwanonum. And Eric Amponsa Boateng says, I admire Dimensa for his principles regarding work. In Ghana, if you are principled, you attempt as someone who is difficult. I am that type of person and I urge him to continue. Ask him if it's related to a dimension of data bank from Eric Amponsa Boateng, tax expert. And then let's see if there's one here. Unim Champagne.
My big brother.
I'll say Mozart ignored Handel. Anyway, my regards to him. Unim Abranchi Biswa, a friend of Virus.
Virus, Nanapia.
Tell my brother to keep up the good work. When I grow up, I want to be like him.
Virus, no. Oh, yeah, Juma.
State housing.
I hope, sir, he will forgive me for saying this. But Oye Juma to send Yawabodam.
That's something I make.
Oye Juma to send Yawabodam.
Transforming institution.
Oh no, no, me say Bibi. Why am you no at touch? It's a bad Juma.
Anka
sani person na Ghana here. Enya hwe ne me pa cho fa che ne hwan na ama ye ti baby a ye ti yo.
Or say Bibiania chief executive. The back stops at his door. Obisi, tell the CEO that the staff at the scan center at Komfo Anokye A1 show very little respect for patients who come for service. They go ahead, have their personal conversations, come in late sometimes, and leave patients unattended to. Oh, you are Mozart.
Now, these are some of the feedbacks I am me de semi sabeka. Now, kwame de omni one of the things me ba Komfo Anokye me pay say message sign the narrative about Komfo Anokye in terms of clinic start times ibua e was say clients ba nurse for ni doctor for no mo ye adwuma wo nyina de mo Kwame, I have not made Komfo Anokye a paradise.
Okay.
But Ukraine said there has been a big improvement so far as customer service concerned. Clinic start times. First time Komfo to me but now at 10 o'clock, 10:15. After that clinic I was a chassis 8 o'clock. Chassis. And then Tessa, and I'm sure that so my Kenya send Komfo messages in Mra, mon friend and Keka, they would confirm this. 8:30, 8:15, the clinics have started. And there are 2 ways me I'm sorry that's one.
Okay.
2, when a pharmacist needs start any prescriptions. So if the pharmacists are getting their prescriptions at 8:15, 8:20, then obviously the patients would have been seen
much earlier
and sign almost eka. There have been instances Mako to say ANC clinic. There are about 5 doctors who were not there. I called the medical director, said by 12 o'clock I want queries issued to them. I want to be copied. And by 12 o'clock, if the queries are not on my table, I will issue the query to him, the medical director. And it has been done. And in many instances, there are people who are my seniors in medical school. Obi all cry no chere wade or medical school. Akwa me say Ejuma we say no. When I wear the robe as a chief executive officer, it's a different ball game altogether. But when I meet them, I refer to them as my bosses. I refer to them as my seniors. And I think that
but you are Peace FM.
Kwame Matias.
Twaso.
And inti Kwame.
Go kan ma baby say me sure we are brantie. Na sebi medicine wo Ghana hanya na start e obetoi. Inti Komfo Anokye so enya hospital ketwa. Ne baby a wo mpanyifo wo consultant surgeons hwan I push akese. Unkita hudie ni omote say na na wo kan.
I was born on the 6th of March 1975.
Oh, Independence Day. We Independence baby. Inti 6th of March ebe ya.
49 years.
We trinkwa.
Independence.
Hey, next year obedi 50. Pacho, whatever happens I want to be invited.
Super.
Nice one. Twaso.
Kwame, on 6th March 1975. Now, I don't know what you believe in, but media, Kwame, I don't think that it's for nothing. Ghana independence 6th of March 1957.
Turning number 75.
In the I have a role to play so far as Yema Ghana Ababisi Quina was a season the development is some air concern. And it is a Sebis Ghana and Koya Mimo a responsibility. Say me danino Namana Ababi. Kwame no Ukraine say the Ejuma bi ma na oko na umpenyin for especially in the medical profession where obi do anim one day cry makes a lot of difference.
Or your senior.
And he's your senior for life.
Yes.
Ewo mo a. Kwame yana one year careful ejuma also ye no ntumi nye.
Yeah.
But Kwame, the aboa kakra nso so ye say na me wo Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Na me National Vice President of the University Teachers Association of Ghana.
Yes, now you're Deputy Director of Student Affairs of KNUST. Okay, you know, 70 people.
I was in charge of conduct and discipline.
right down your alley.
And me by a UTAC president.
Okay.
Now, as UTAC president, now me all lectures are almost my dear. University. In fact, there's one lecturer on my dear class 4, class 6, or Cambridge International School, medical school 4th year, or my dear. I became his head of department.
Just say, "We teach him what."
I became his dean, but we're fine.
Or try class 4.
Class 4.
Try class 6. Try 4th year medical school. And so, where you mean to obey
HOD, me be dean, me be a friend is president of the University Teachers Association of Ghana. And I said, in Preduasa or Shemase. And I believe that a bua or the bemomo ne lucredia ubedi in your dealings with them. And the man yamana heading, and I say anything. Say be a plane. Ukraine will no more mote. Now the account will be a muda finchemo. I don't think that you have a lot of problems. And also the medical profession is a very noble one. 77 previous and do one and irrespective of your age, irrespective of your size, say we independent, you also the mount or the mount. It's the same with the nursing fraternity. It's the same with the medical laboratory scientists. Any omomoka ekeka ho.
Obey Chief Executive Komfo Anokye. Bena hinie.
Kwame, 1st of March would be exactly 15 months.
15 months.
Michelle Jumanasi 1st of December 2022. And it will be exactly 15 months.
It is a so far.
Kwame, it is very challenging but rewarding. Challenging in the sense that Kwame, the hospital was built in 1954.
Komfo Anokye.
And the share in the operations, I say 1955. And the next year will be exactly 70 years.
Wow.
Now, Kwame, one of the major problems are never Komfo Anokye apathy. Say, Abandia, Ibigwemu, and Nkeka. And there was a disconnect between management and staff. And it was one of the first things I wanted to deal with. Say apathy ne ibe free ho. Na sa disconnect ne so free ho. Into one of the things I did, say during weekends and on holidays, the hospital was virtually dead. There was no executive presence.
Okay.
Into the mayor say from the 1st of December, the first management meeting I'm here, and I'm say every weekend and on holidays, 2 directors would be on duty, and these 2 directors would maintain physical presence at our hospital.
Just be home some more supervisory roles.
On Tuesdays when we have our management meetings from 10 o'clock, more duty, Sabren, mobile, more be A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, D1, D2, D3, all the wards, the me as chief executive officer there. Nukre woman say both Saturdays on Sunday and Sunday and Saturday I'm on duty. Intimate me a boy room at any point in time. And me remuswa, I make sure say me hu niema baaku mienu miensa ewom. Said the beya say if the reports are coming back to me independently make me authenticate it. I have a certain philosophy. Say as a leader, as a manager, if you rely on only the established communication channels, regular source of information, you will be setting yourself up to fail. Sometimes I also have very irregular channels. I will say and comfort me bao willingly. No problem be how meeting about the country.
But yes, our strategy so it's really conconsaba.
Kwame say no and I was said in previous and open numa utrimu yedu. Said the beya en konkoye say we have a cancer we are you see we have a cancer we are you see. No crane say hospital eson nenso enso bia my staff strength be 5,000. But it is possible for me to go around na ma konkohwe eniema for myself. Me who say deal with ayampa and I say nyampa. Kwame every week except on a few occasions I enter every ward in the hospital.
That hospital, okay?
Yes, and I'm sure that any worker at Komfo Anokye will be confirmed.
No, what do you do?
But I'm say what's not near the report brewer. Why are you careful? The officer will think one albeit. Adibia, to an extent, indicting a director be a head be on one tron sound family. In the other who he has a wow beko. Me consuswa, me HOD. And now say nurse in charge, the regular nurses say the doctors say obia mission obia sometimes the patients try and find out from them what their experiences have been. Say yes sir. Say better management meeting. Let's say my brother a director of pharmacy. Can I say more? I say yampa, say nyampa. Me makwaku hunu, makwaku akoti. And inti me catch also I had no say ni no. Inti was here ni say. Ebi wo ha ye be free e ho ne nyina ya bom ya kwa hwe ya ko confirm say the make na e yampa na the wo ka no e na yampa. And Kwame, it's very onerous eye ade a e dene a ohia ho den na obitimi dia ye say adwuma no. But ade ba ko a ye adwuma ma me the support I have gotten, every cadre of staff at Komfo Anokye, I enjoy their support. Akwame no kwende say in an environment like that,
no be an person.
One, it's either it exposes him. Two, if there's a certain glory in and Akwame, the best support I have had from Otumfo say to our Tosumienu Asantimanra. then from the president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. When me call Komfo Anokye, di be a month and a half. The petit ruby sabi eba be down. Na president eba be share.
I see.
Na president eba be share ni akonya ni di nkomo kakra.
Minya kwan.
Say
me professor aba.
Me say openye je ku baba.
Me professor aba.
Minya kwan eni ni di nkomo. Na me de na adwini see the old block A B C D America say in 1954 share operations as in 1955 so. And the catcher any day na me susu say here ebeboa. Say in as much as retooling of the hospital and this any market say the responsibility of government. See I didn't see a jina aban ko so na aban ya enye.
Okay.
The tosu mienu. Now I have lived in Germany, I have lived in the UK, I have lived in the US. And so baby me saying no public spirited individuals, philanthropists,
omo bibi wo mo nsem
eba beboa. Enti na ye me say ye betimi aye saa de na bi nso so e wo Komfo Anokye. And especially given the fact that a survey 12 regions out of 16 by way of being the referral center.
Wow.
Nipa sabi apem dako on the average and then eba. The president was excited. Ade eche no e na Otumfo nso so buy. A similar conversation was had. Otumfo de any there was a follow up and I'm saying I had the opportunity say me kone 2 private visits. In fact, first one I'm coming na chair no catch him say he has an idea. Na obe person no abeba behwe odinani eba behwe. Oba me on frame na me na akwa akwa. Say the be ya ono usually say be mpanyimfo eba ba bi sa so anye careful baby a ye pesa wo fa na ho na obefa. So nti niema bi wo ho so wu no nti we ono aba. Ena or catch them say I should put together a team. So I put together a team, very young men and women, very hard working. We developed a proposal. Into my second private visit, I'm the corner one. I'm the coach. Sekura in ye. Into ye didn't come on na the 25th anniversary celebration this year. And into I can say, you bet me a year science you see no as a legacy project to be part of the 25th anniversary celebrations. Na ono abedi animu in the fundraising drive na wafre enipa say bibi wo mun nsem in fact obi ni nipa ni nsem na one city kra na ode beba on famra. The whole idea you say so obi to one city say 2 cities, there's a certain sense of ownership. Again say hospital he has contributed into bibi na enkoyi a e ka no into say also waka of can also draw the attention or draw nipa attention into kwame on the 10th of November last year on na tina koyem a free nipa a shares our fundraising drive nase
nyabutre ohwa
Peace FM 104.3 Good to meet